Okay, so I want to look at tonight. I say shalom to everyone and welcome. I want to look at a lot of times we say, you hear us say, what we're going to do, take the kingdom. We got next. So we need to go into the scriptures and look at different ways of how we're going to take the kingdom. You know. So this is one way. As always, we'll start at Colossians 3:17. Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior. And we give thanks to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for everything. He's worthy to be praised for everything. Because I want to go into this because I shared some footage of this Edomite telling us, since we didn't know the Bible, and we learned that the white man taught us in slavery, the Bible, that we should be paying them for reparation. That's what he left us with. So you had the Edomites, that's like, Edomite comes on and say that, okay, well, I follow the laws and statute and commandments of the Most High. Like, that's going to get them a pass through when the scripture says what it says concerning the chosen people of the Most High, Israel, the righteous and the wicked went into captivity, slavery, and bondage. When you read, let me just read that right quick so we can kind of clear a lot of things up, because a lot of people thinking that just because Esau, these other nations follow the law, statutes, commandments, that they're going to be saved. They're going into the kingdom. They're going to have the same rights as Israel going to have. And a lot of groups are teaching that a lot. But let's read what happened to Israel, who are the chosen people of the Most High. Then you can make analysis of the ones you say that are Edomites or any other nation that's doing whatever they're doing and trying to follow the same works and faith that we are as Israelites. It says in Ezekiel 21, it says, "And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem, and drop thy word toward the holy places, and prophesy against the land of Israel. And say to the land of Israel, Thus say the Most High power, Behold, I am against thee, and I will draw forth my sword out of his sheath, and will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked." So the land, if you look at ground, it's not righteous and wicked. The ground is not righteous. We're talking about the people that's on the land. Who's on the land? Israelites. That's what it's talking about. We, the 12 tribes of Israel. And predominantly, the ones that was going into captivity was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So it says, "Saying then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from the south to the north." So that covers the fact that the Most High don't care about us. And when we were righteous, we went down with the wicked. He said he's going to cut off from the land of Israel the righteous and the wicked, that all flesh may know that I, the Most High, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. It shall not return again anymore. That's what it's saying. So the Most High took his people that he loved, that he only know, into captivity, slavery, and bondage by other nations. He cut off the righteous and the wicked from the land of Israel. So when y'all want to say, okay, well, some of y'all claim to be doing right or righteous, because you're going to be righteous, you might as well start now. But you need to be following what it is that the men that the Most High have on these last days to bring forth this truth. And not some other pork chop eating preacher that's trying to look at what we're dealing with and trying to come up with ways to be able to intertwine everybody, because that's not going to happen. First thing Mashiach going to do when he come back, Matthew 25:31. First thing he say he going to do when he come back. Make it say something different. It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, he coming with 200 million angels. That's what Revelation 9:16 says. Then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. This is when he come back. His return. And before him shall be gathered all nations. And he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. So now, the sheep were the sheep that he's going to sit on his right hand, which pertains to righteousness, Matthew 15:24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's the sheep that he's going to put on his right hand. Who are the goats? All you that follow the ideologies and the ways of these people. Daniel's 8:21. And the rough goat is the king of Greece. And the great horn is between his eyes is the first king. So who is it talking about? Who is this talking about? You gotta look at this, because it don't take a rocket science to figure this one out. It says the first king of the Greeks. Who is that? That's the rough goat. That's the sign of the goat. The goat head. First Maccabees, first chapter in the Apocrypha, on page 149. No, excuse me. That's second Maccabees. It's on page 113. Listen, I'm going to read it to you again. Daniel's 8:21. Because he's going to set the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. And the rough goat is the king of Greece. And the great horn, which is the power that is between his eyes, is the first king. So let's see who the first king of the Greeks or the Europeans was. It's in the Bible. The first book of the Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian and Medes, because the Greeks took down the Persian and Mede empire, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. That's Alexander the Greek. Talked about here, and the same one that's talked about, who is he? The rough goat. The goat. So we're going to put the sheep on the right hand and the goats on the left. So he ain't integrating no one. Everybody that's think that he's with integration, he's not with integration. It's no different than way the Most High set everything up from the beginning. Deuteronomy 32:8-9. Deuteronomy 32:8-9. When the Most High divided to the nations, he didn't integrate everybody. He divided to the nations their inheritance. That means their lands. When he separated the sons of Adam, that's what he's going to do when he come back. First, he said he's going to separate the nations, one from another, as a shepherd divideth his sheep from the goats. So he separated us from the beginning. When he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For the Most High's portion is his people. Who is his people? Jacob, who is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, is the lot of his inheritance. There it is. So the Most High separated all the nations, gave Israel their land, and he gave other nations their land. That's why he gave every nation, man, their own woman. That's what he's going to do when he comes back. Separate all the nations. He's not going to integrate everyone. I don't know where they get that from. They get that from because America, it tells you how this cat would heap all nations to him. When you go to Habakkuk. Habakkuk, that's where this comes from. Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. And you'll see Habakkuk 2 and 8. I'll read verse 5. Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yeah, also, because he transgresses by wine. That's in wine, meaning he's influencing everyone. He is a proud man. Now, you know, proud, nobody more prouder than the Europeans. It says, neither keepeth at home. He ain't at home. I was looking at a map of Africa, just Africa alone. All these bases, military bases they have on Africa, everywhere. All over Africa. You can put about 3 United States in Africa. Got military bases all over, everywhere, everywhere. He don't keep at home. He's everywhere. Who enlarges his desire as hell. Everywhere he go, he brings hell about. And is as death, and bring death. Just like when they came here to get this land of America. How they get America? They killed the people that was, the indigenous people that was on the land, the Israelites that was on the land, left with slaves, and left smallpox behind. Come back, you only had a few people left. That's how they killed us all. His desire, he enlarges his desire as hell, and it is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, see? And he was upon unto him all people. So who is this? Only in America. You want to be, European want to be like everybody. Esau want to be like, want to grab everybody and have them right there amongst them, so he can learn from them, because he's a copycat. So let's look at Job, the 20th chapter. We're looking at taking the kingdom, what it's going to take. Job 20 and verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? So the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite, which is someone that's contrary to the word of the Most High, they say one thing but they do something else, is short. It says, and it say the hypocrite, the joy of a hypocrite is but for a moment. And it says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach into the clouds, and he has a space station up in the clouds. Say he went to the moon. He's trying to reach out to Mars, everywhere. Yet he shall perish forever, like his own dung, like his own doo-doo that goes down the toilet. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? All you that have seen him say, where is he? Where'd he go? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Like you have a vision, say you're gonna you say you're gonna fly away as a dream. You have a dream, it's in there, God. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more. Neither shall his place any more behold him. It's most like gonna take all his places that he had, the fatness of the world, will be taken away from him. His children shall seek to please the poor. Oh yeah, they're going to try and seek to please the poor. And his hands shall restore their goods. That's right. So I mean, that's perfectly clear in Obadiah. Go to the book of Obadiah, and you'll see. Verse 17. Most High, this book of Obadiah is talking to the Edomites by the prophet Obadiah. Because we're looking at taking the kingdom, we have to take the kingdom from someone. They say the vision of Obadiah, verse 1. Thus said the Most High power concerning Edom. So that's what these 21 verses talking about. So we'll go to verse 17. Because it says children going to desire to restore. Say his children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods, right? So when you look at Obadiah, the 17th verse, it says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. So who is Zion? Isaiah. 51 and 16. Isaiah 51 and 16. This who Zion is. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. So when you see Zion, it's going to be talking about the land, and it's going to be talking about the people, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. So when you look at Psalms 149 and 1. Psalm 149 and 1. Praise ye the Most High, sing unto the Most High a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints. Say, let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. So it's another identity of Israel being the children of Zion, who are the children of Israel. Now going back to Obadiah. Since this book is talking from the prophet Obadiah in the spirit of the Most High, concerning the Edomites, what does it say, verse 17? But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. It's talking about to the children of Israel, 1/3, mind you. And there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So we're going to own all their possessions. So don't worry about the condition that you're in, because just told you that their children, the render of their children, going to seek to please the poor. But it says, going back to Job, the 20th chapter. Verse 10. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. He'll restore everything. That's right. And the poor gonna oppress his children, his kids. Jump down to verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. That's what he said. We're going to get all their possessions. He swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. He's going to have to give up everything that he has. You know? He's like a piranha, eating up everything around him. But you're going to have to give it up, as it's written. You got to give it up. Most like say, bam, in the belly. You know, somebody hitching up. You're going to hit him in the belly. He's going to cough up. He's going to vomit all the things that he has taken. All the riches going to say, we're going to have all their possessions. We're going to give it all back. Verse 18. Job 20 and 18. That which he labored for shall he restore. All the work that they're doing right now, they're going to restore it to us. And shall not swallow it down. According to his substance shall the restitution be, and he shall not rejoice therein. He ain't going to rejoice in it. This is the future. He's going to have to pay back all the gold and diamonds, all the riches. He's going to give it back. Everything back. Verse 19, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. So he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor. I mean, say whatever, but I go downtown, me and the brothers, and sometimes sisters, go downtown on Skid Row, and to see that oppression, they don't come and clean the streets. It's just nasty. It's just terrible. With all the money that's being spent on movies abortion clinics, and the things to destroy us as the children of Israel, prisons and so forth. But no help for those that need help. Reagan emptied out all the insane asylums, took all their medication away from them. That's why you got a lot of crazy people running around here today. And their children running around here now. It was crazy having children. Their children all bugged out. They oppressed the poor, forsaking the poor. I mean, all the money they have, they couldn't do anything to help the poor people. Oh, we gave you welfare, but you more white folks on welfare than it is black. Israelites, period. Because he had violently taken away a house which he built it not. So who built America? You got us to build this place. We the indigenous people of this land. We the ones, you the indigenous people of this land. Y'all came here and you killed off the indigenous Israelites that was here. That's why you violently taken away a house which he built it not. We built this place. And you violently took away from it. Violently. Killed over 77 million of the tribe of Gad that was here. Now you're destroying what we built. The air is polluted, the water is polluted, the land is polluted, the people's polluted, their brain polluted. You got to know to say brainwashed. Their brain polluted, their brain is polluted. Straight up, because they think like you. Verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. You hear that? You're going to feel no quietness in your belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. You know, you're not going to be comfortable. That was the Most High saying. You're not going to be comfortable. You ain't going to be able to enjoy your riches. Nothing that's sustaining you now, you're going to have in the future. Verse 23. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Oh yeah, you're going to be comfortable eating your whatever you're eating. Then the Most High going to cast his fury upon you. He's going to give it to you when you least expect it. Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon. What's the iron weapon? The missiles. That's going to be shot into the ends of the